Hello everyone and welcome back to more Skylanders Spyro's Adventure. Today we're going to be talking to Flynn and heading on over to the Stormy Stronghold. Let's go.
Finally, an awesome balloon for an even more awesomer pilot. Boom! Oh, it's got a fuel-injected crocagator, a vacuum sealatron, and a jet steam thrust capacitor. Oh yeah, I am so good, I did it all myself, even had a few parts left over. Are you ready to go, Chief?
You bet, Flynn.
Okay, let's see what this baby can do. Wowzers, now that's a twister, and it's ripping that castle to pieces. It's almost as impressive as me, almost. Looks like the little Drow dudes found the eternal air what's the dingus, and now they're trying to harness its power. I guess.
I think it's failing miserably.
Well now, looky there. It's some kind of bridge. Of course, right now it's just a big bunch of giant swirling chunky things stuck in the vortex of a killer tornado. But hey, all you gotta do is figure out how to rebuild it. Cake!
Alright, this shouldn't be too bad. So let's first of all just destroy some of these barrels and stuff. I know I'm just getting scraps of cash and everything right now, but it's better than nothing. And besides, there's a chance I can get some better money like that where, you know, I can get 7 cash instead of like the 1 coin now, whatever. I don't know, it's early in the morning, so I'm not, my commentary is gonna suffer because of that, but I wanted to get some stuff done today.
A note from Hugo says, while everybody fears large, destructive tornadoes, smaller, friendlier ones are quite popular in Skylands. Mabu come from all over to throw unwanted items into the small tornadoes. Things like garbage, tax forms, and when possible, sheep.
Fair enough, though I don't know about that last one there, Hugo, but the other two sound very, sound about right. Anyway, let's go and take out this some of these chompies that are getting spawned from this chompy pod. Shouldn't take too long. There we go. Very easy. Grab some extra cash, because good lord, this is the level where you start getting a bit more cash, which is very nice. I know I said Perilous Pastures, but that was more so in the 360 version. This is the level where you truly start getting more. Anyway, let's go ahead and start getting rid of all these guys. Awesome. And over here, we got a life zone. So let's go ahead and swap over to Stealth Elf.
Not too late.
There we go. And let's go have her create a bridge. Awesome. And now this little life zone is another push block puzzle. But it's, you know, it's decent. So we're going to go ahead and, if you can tell, we can't make our way over here. So we're going to go and push this down here. Go up here, and now, before we push that one down, we're going to push this block over here because there's going to be a nice little treasure chest. Let's go open it up. There we go. All right, and we got a lot of cash. Heck yeah. So now that we're done with that, some pots that we can break. Very nice. We're going to push that out of the way, and there's another teleporter for us to go down here. And now we can push this block over here. And once we're done, we'll be able to get across. And there will be a nice little hat for us. Yep, right here. Let's go ahead and open this bad boy. And we got a fez. Cool. Don't think Stealth Elf would want to wear that though. So now that we're done with that, I think we're just good to continue now. I think I'm just going to stick to Stealth Elf right now because why not? She's getting there to level 2. But first of all, you know what? Nah, I'm going to swap back to Spyro. Why not?
All fired up.
Stronger.
There we go. Since Spyro is gonna gain some extra money, like, not money, but like, get some extra EXP here and all that. And make this next area a little easier. Let's go over here, and there's gonna be a nice little lightning pylon over here for us to lower. So we'll do that. There we go. Easy. Alright, so let's just continue moving. I will say Spyro's his little dash in this game doesn't look as good as it would in the 360 version. I don't know why, it just feels a little rough. I don't know. But anyway, there's a lot of chompies and stuff here for us to just take out, so Spyro will maybe level up. We'll see. Oh lord, almost got hit there, but that's fine. Yep, there we go. Alright, doing some good damage here. And that one's down, and that one's down as well. Heck yeah. Oh wait, we still need to destroy the chompy pod, because I want the XP from this. And from the extra chompies that spawn from it. There we go. And nah, Spyro still didn't level up. Great. But hey, there's another lightning pylon to lower. There we go. Another part of the bridge restored. I guess the castle, because that whole thing's been getting ripped apart. Alright. Don't know why the Drow want the castle to stay that way, but oh well. Thankfully though, Spyro's fireballs have some good knockback to them, so the enemies are just literally falling off, which is pretty funny. Oop, I almost ran right into that. Good lord. Alright. Now that we're done with that, we can rush over here. Take care of these guys real quick. Shouldn't be too bad. And Spyro will... Yes, finally Spyro leveled up to level 2. Nice. Alright. Now we can destroy these, and we can swap to the air element Skylander that I plan on using for this Let's Play, and it's none other than... Whirlwind! So Whirlwind is a Skylander I've had a mixed opinion on for a long time. More so because I know that she's pretty solid, like, from what I've heard from people and everything, she's actually pretty solid. I just never really got to see that. Oh, I did not mean to leave this place. Oh, lord. Yeah, let's just go back in, because gosh dang it, I did not mean that to happen. I was just demonstrating... I did not mean for that to happen. I was just demonstrating Whirlwind's attacks and everything, but oh well. But overall... I've been warming up to Whirlwind quite a bit, since I've noticed that she does a good amount of damage and everything. It's just her arc with her rainbow attack that's a little weird. But I'm willing to just give her another chance for this Let's Play, since I know a lot of people quite like her. So let's go ahead and quickly rush around and grab some of this stuff. Or grab some cash. And now, as you can see, there's a lot of bounce pads here. So what we're going to do is just keep bouncing across, keep bouncing. Yep. And then Whirlwind's little, like, a falling sound is going to keep cutting out. But we're going to grab this bomb right now. And we're just going to go down here. We're going to get... Oh, we didn't get hit by those spikes, which is nice. And then... Gosh dang it. Finally, jeez. Yeah, if you open this up, you can get a lot of treasure there. Yeah, that took way too long for... Oh, man. But anyway, what we're going to do now is bounce over here. And there's a funny little thing that you can do, but I don't know if... You know what? Yeah, I'll do it. So I'm going to go ahead and bounce over here. And if you notice, there's a little breakable wall over there. Well, we can throw the bomb and completely overshoot it. Oh, my lord. All right, so normally that exploit would work, but apparently everything's going against me today. So we're just going to do things the normal way. Where what we gotta do is go over here, avoid all the spikes, bounce up here, and just keep bouncing across, like so. Hit this little switch, which will lower those blocks over there. Yep, it lowered all of them, thank goodness, because I thought that last one was going to stay for some reason. We can now grab this bomb and start walking over here. Go on to the bounce pad. Oh, I said go on the bounce pad and blow up that wall. There we go. And now we are good to wrap up this little area and finally grab this hat. Very nice. Alright, and that should be the fancy hat. Not gonna equip it, even though that surprisingly does look okay on Whirlwind. Alright, now that we're done with that, let's get back to the main level, shall we? That took way too long. Anyway, talking about Whirlwind's attack, she has a little rainbow attack that she can use that does a okay amount of damage. There's nothing insane, and the arc is a little weird and takes some getting used to, though its range does change depending on how far away the enemy is. And she has little storm clouds that she can bring out that deal damage to enemies over time, or at least enemies who make contact with it. And can electrocute them for a moment, which is a very nice thing that she can do. Definitely gives her some nice utility against her enemies. Oh hey, there's a PB&J down there. Nice. On top of that, if your rainbows get hit the storm clouds, these storm clouds, I believe. Oh no, that's an upgrade later on. We'll get to that later on then. But one upgrade that she does get is if her rainbows hit her clouds, the clouds do explode and do additional damage. But that's an upgrade that will happen later on. But yeah. Overall, I think in Spyro's Whirlwind is really good. She does suffer a bit in later games, in my opinion, but still, decent Skylander. Nothing insane or anything like that, until she levels up and stuff, because I have an idea of what I want to do with her. Which path I want her to go down anyway. So now, let's just wait for a moment, go through here. Very nice, and before we lower that lightning pylon, first of all, we gotta take down all these chompies. And grab a nice little treasure chest right here. Very nice. And there we go. We got all the treasure chests. Very nice. And now we can just finish destroying these barrels. Take out that last chompy. And you know, I'm going to grab all the EXP here, even though it's really not that much. But now we can go through this teleporter and grab this legendary treasure. We got the ancient Carillion. And 200 extra gold is pretty nice. So, now that we're done with that, we can go over here and... Oh, nope, more Drow. Hey guys, how you doing? These guys won't be too much of a problem though, especially since, again, Whirlwind is pretty good, and she does... her Whirlwinds also do splash... Not Whirlwinds, but her Rainbows do splash damage. Which is, again, pretty nice. There we go. All done with that, so now what we can do is lower this other pylon. Alright, and now we finally can go go grab the air source, though it's not gonna be easy. So let's go make our way through this, across this bridge. And it's the Windbag Djinn! Yeah, these guys actually look better than they do in the 360 version, because you can hardly tell what they even are, but here, yep, you can tell what they are, thankfully. And they're not that hard, honestly. They have a weird lightning attack that barely works half the time, but oh well. Also, I do plan on sticking with Whirlwind for the rest of this episode, so sorry about that. But a good thing about Whirlwind as well, though, is that her rainbow attacks, I really want to call it whirlwinds, but they really aren't. But anyway, her rainbow attacks can actually hit enemies that are rather high up, giving her some utility that other Skylanders don't have. To my knowledge, one of the only other Skylanders in this game that has that utility is Eruptor, which is pretty funny. That I'm using both of the Skylanders that have that kind of utility. I guess Zook can hit enemies from pretty high up too, but that's an upgrade that he gets later on. And even then, that's rather clunky to use. Maybe Trigger Happy's safe can, but I'm not actually sure on that one. Alright, let's get rid of that guy real quick, though. And seriously, that's not even enough EXP for her to level up, even though we're in the stinking wind elemental zone? Weird. Or like an area where wind is stronger. I don't know what to call these areas. But anyway, those Goliath Drow are just chilling up there. Good lord. But anyway, once we get that switch, the gate that is holding a soul gem will lower. So we just need to carefully maneuver around these little bounce pods that will knock you away whenever you run into them. And grab this, and it belongs to none other than Warnado, who is a Skylander I was debating using, but I opted out for Whirlwind in the end. funny how they show him for the Dragon's Keep level, which is technically a DLC level. I say technically just because it's a level added on via one of the little... I'm trying to remember what item it's called, like what they're called, or adventure pack items, yeah. And it's funny they showed him that for that level, especially since that's meant to be the level where Sunburn, you know, that you get Sunburn and everything. Or in the triple pack, you get Sunburn and everything alongside 2 extra items. And the adventure pack itself. But anyway, let's go ahead and end off this level, because we got quite a few enemies we need to take down. So as you can see, oh lord, there's an air spell punk right there. That actually might be a problem if we don't take him down right now. Thankfully though, we should be able to, because that, since we're in an air zone and everything, that she's going to do increased damage. But alrighty, let's go get rid of that guy. And yep, these Goliath Drow are going to try and take us down, but they're not going to. Like, these guys get staggered way too easily. They would get buffed in Giants and everything and actually be a threat in that game, but here they're kind of nothing. You can dodge them very easily, and they just, you know, they can still get hit while they're doing their charge up attack, doing their charge and all that. But hey, there we go. Oh, never mind. More reinforcements. Who knows, maybe Whirlwind will finally get to level 3 in this. I say finally. Who knows, maybe Whirlwind will get to level 3 in this level. We'll see. Yeah, even though those windbag gins aren't too difficult to deal with, they do hurt. But they can definitely hurt you quite a bit. Come on, go down, buddy. There we go. Jeez, they barely give anything. We almost got Whirlwind to level 3. Dang. Oh well, let's end this level. And all done. Seriously, we didn't hit the enemy goal? Weird.
Well done, young Portal Master. Your retrieval of the eternal air source has summoned me back to these ruins. There is strong magic in this place, and by its power, the eternal sources know how to combine with the ancient machinery of this island to recreate the core of light. Behold.
Ooh, what?
Oh, look, Lord Chaos. They found the eternal air source.
I can see they found the eternal air source. You fool! But look who's with them. Eon! But how can this be? I blew him up! Kaboom! Splat! Done! But look at him!
Well, at least he doesn't have his body.
Right! Obviously somebody's helping him. But who? And what are they up to?
Well, I'm no expert, as you know, but there must be another portal master somewhere. They're probably rebuilding the core of light.
What? We can't let that happen. Find the other eternal sources. I don't care where they are. Just get them!
The eternal air source has been integrated into the core. Excellent work. Oh, this is coming along very nicely indeed. But I'll need some time to figure out our next step. Why don't you go investigate the docks? There seemed to be a real ruckus coming from over there.
Alrighty, so before we do that, I'm just gonna double check Persephone's little area right here, and yep, there it is.
I smell you have a winged sapphire. It is a happy gem. Can dance with more powers for smaller number of gold. Lucky party. More winged sapphires in this happy place. 10 of their secret campings for you to find. Winged sapphires like to say hello when they meet the fairies. The more that say this, the smaller gold number I need from Skylander for happy dancing.
So here's my plan. I don't actually plan on upgrading my Skylanders for a moment. The only reason I did Terrafin was to show off the little animation there and all that. What I plan on doing is waiting until I can get access to some more winged sapphires, so that way I don't feel like I'm wasting a bunch of gold on upgrades that are a bit more expensive than they should be. So anyway, guys, Thank you all so much for watching this episode of Skylanders Spyro's Adventure. Next time, we're going to be investigating the docks and seeing what exactly is going on down there. So, I'll see you all in the next video, guys. Bye!